Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Sophie and I am a mum to 15-month-old Casper. So today's video is just all about what I'm going to get my little boy for Christmas, or what I think is a good idea to get a 1 to 2-year-old for Christmas. So Casper will be nearly 17 months on Christmas Day. He will be 17 months on the 1st of January. So he'll be like 16 and a half / 17 months old on Christmas Day. So kind of 1.5. And I am just going to show you a few things that I've already got him, and also just discuss a few things that I am going to get him, and a few things that he's already got that's a little bit too old for him, and I think that will be perfect for any 1 to 2-year-old for Christmas. So randomly I've got a mug of herbal tea, and I've also got a little brownie to help me with this video. I'm going to enjoy that whilst showing you everything that I'm going to get my little boy for Christmas / what I've already got him. So if you are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would love if you could join me and follow my channel. So firstly, I just want to say that I'm actually not getting him that much for Christmas. Personally, I'm not getting him that much anyway. He might get quite a few bits from friends and family, but I am not getting him anything more than what I already have here that I'm going to show you, because one, I still don't believe he's old enough to know, and two, I just think Christmas can get ridiculous, and I think the younger that you start with your kids, like, the worse it's going to get as they get older and they start to learn what Christmas actually is all about. So I am just starting as I mean to go on. It's probably going to get 3 or 4 sort of main presents, or like 1 main present and a few little stocking fillers. I just don't really want to start having crazy Christmases. I think it just gets a little bit ridiculous, and I think if we end up having more than 1 child, which fingers crossed we will, it obviously just gets more and more expensive, and I think the more that they get as they get older, the more demanding that they can become for certain toys and certain things. So I have seen a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube and things doing something like something they need, something they want, something they can wear, and something they can use, or something like that, which I think is a really good idea to base Christmas presents off, whether you just get 1 from each section, or just 2 things from each section, or just 2 things from each section. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? So yeah, I don't want anyone to watch this and feel pressured to get their little one lots for Christmas, because I am not getting my little one lots for Christmas. And to be honest, we don't go all out on each other, me and my husband, at Christmas. Like, we did our first ever Christmas that we spent together, and then from then on we just kind of get each other 1 or 2 things, and we always set like a budget of £100 or £50. We do go over it, but we just think, do you know what, we'd rather spend that money on holidays or experiences. And again, we don't want our kids like growing up watching us open loads of presents from each other, and then them not getting much, because obviously we do want to spoil our kids, but we don't want them to be spoiled. Like, we want to spoil our kids, but we don't want them to be spoiled. So I'm just going to jump straight into the video, because obviously that is why you're here, and I don't want to babble on and babble on and babble on, because that's just not why you're here, is it? So firstly, I have got my little boy a toy kitchen. So pretty much everyone I know that has a 12 to 18-month-year-old this year is buying them a toy kitchen, whether they are a boy or a girl. I really don't think it matters. I think it's a huge unisex toy. I don't think it's anything that just little girls should be having. I think it's a great role play toy. You know, they can learn lots of different things, learning about cooking, washing up, using seasoning, like pots and pans, using the oven, like using the cupboards, turning on knobs. Like, I think boys should be learning to be in the kitchen just as much as girls. So I got this gorgeous grey and white kitchen from Aldi. So Aldi's toy range this year is absolutely spot on. All hail Aldi. So this was about $35 or $36.99 I think, which is very, very cheap for a toy kitchen. But lots of people told me that they are really good condition, like they can be quite hard to put together, but once they're together they're really sturdy. And we need a small kitchen because we have only a small gap where we are going to put it. So I wanted something cute and small, and I just thought, do you know what, if he doesn't actually play with it that much, it doesn't matter, because it cost us $35.99 and it wasn't a huge break in the bank. So the first thing I've got is a toy kitchen, and this is Casper's main Christmas present. Anything on top of this is just going to be really small and not cost that much money. But yeah, Aldi still have the toy sale, toy event on, I think. I will try and link everything I can in the description box below, and if I can't find the Aldi one, I'll try and link a toy kitchen as similar as possible and as cheap as well, as similar to the price as possible. So yeah, firstly was the toy kitchen, and then just from Aldi to go with the toy kitchen, I got this gorgeous little wooden egg house, which I am obsessed with. I just think it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. So me and my husband eat a lot of eggs. We have like a really cute little chicken in the kitchen that holds our eggs. So I just think the fact that Casper can have his own little egg holder is just the cutest thing ever. And I love that it's got boiled eggs and dippy eggs, like it's got the bread, like dippy bread. I just think it is the cutest thing ever. And this was less than £10. And then I also got this gorgeous wooden breakfast tray. So again, this is to go along with his toy kitchen. So it's all to do with food, all to do with role play, just learning things like about cutting fruit, cutting veg. You know, he'll get to learn all the different types of foods that there is, like eggs, ketchup, knives and forks, chopping board, orange bread, croissants, like, and I just thought that this little wooden breakfast tray was the cutest thing ever. And hopefully, you know, it eggs his dad on to make me breakfast in bed. You know, Casper can bring his own little breakfast in bed, and then Dad can make Mum a breakfast in bed. Who knows? Watch this space, guys. So we've also asked family and friends, well mainly family actually, to buy Casper like wooden veg sets and wooden fruit sets. So I want everything to be wood. Unfortunately, I really am not into plastic toys, and with the plastic ones, I just think they can, because they've got air in the middle, they can get really squashed easily and get ruined, and also you can't cut them up. Whereas a lot of these wooden veggie toys and eggs and things like that, they have Velcro, so they break in half. And I just think it's like better learning for the child, like they learn that you can actually eat the inside and that they chop up, and it's not just like one whole piece of fruit or one whole piece of veg. So I'll add just a few links below of wooden fruit and veg toys that I can find for you to like easily click and find. But yeah, that's what we've asked for from some family. So next up is something that we already have. He got it for his birthday. But he's only just become old enough to really start using it and seeing the benefits of it. And it is one of these little scuttlebugs. So it's a little scooter, ride around on, and it folds up really nice and small. So if you're limited for space like we are in this house, like we don't have a playroom, we just have a joint dining living room, and yeah, I feel like we have quite a lot of floor space, but we don't have a lot of space for storage. So this scuttlebug folds up really, really well. So you can literally just pull the handle down and then fold that in. And then, I'm really bad at this because they're really stiff, but you can fold the legs in as well. So that one's not clicked in, but you can see that that's how small the scuttlebug folds. So you can store it behind the sofa, you can store it under the sofa, you can store it under the stairs, you could store it under a unit, you could actually probably store it in a cupboard, you could store it in a wardrobe, you could store it in some drawers. Like, it folds up really, really small. I would say it's probably 40 centimetres when folded up, and obviously it's a really great little toy for indoors. It's not going to ruin your carpets or anything like that. It's good on hard floors, good on carpets. It's got a little turny wheel, and then obviously it's easy to just fold back out again. And there we have the Scuttlebug. So Casper absolutely loves this now. I would say he's only just started using it in the past 2 or 3 weeks since he's been walking, and he's 14.5 months / 15 months. So if you have a child turning that sort of age around Christmas time, I would say that these Scuttlebugs are a great little toy. They are obviously waterproof as well, so they are really good for outdoors. I know a lot of people who have them in their gardens as well. So next up is a really weird one, because I was planning on getting these for Casper, or I was going to ask a family member to get these for Casper, and I saw a client today and she was like, oh, I've just had a clear out in the playroom, do you want these? They've never been used. Obviously they're not like the exact ones I was going to get, but this is the sort of thing that I was going to get. So we've got like the 2-piece puzzle type toy. So just learning about, it's not necessarily a jigsaw, but just about 2 pieces fitting together. So this one is animals, so there's baby and like mum and baby. So it's just learning that the small one goes with the large one and just things like that. So it's all about encouraging matching and developing like hand-eye coordination, and also they are really big pieces, so it's great for like a younger toddler. It does say that they start from 18 months, so like I say, Casper will be 16.5, 17 months at Christmas, so I thought that these were like a perfect age for him. I probably won't give him these for Christmas because I have just been given them by someone that I know. I might save the Jigsaws for Christmas actually, although he's still not really going to open his own toys, so I probably will just use them today and tomorrow and this weekend, like give him something new to play with. But this was honestly on my list, and this is what I was going to get him anyway. So there's the big Jigsaws, and then there's just some more like puzzles as well that she gave me. So again, just like the 2 pieces, like fitting 2 pieces together, learning which goes with each other. So this is obviously good because rather than it being like a mum and a baby, it's 2 parts to one animal, as you can see. So you're putting 2 parts of the chicken together, 2 parts of the cow together. It helps them to learn about like what all the animals are, and obviously when you're going to be helping them, it's, you know, where's the other part of the pig, where's the other part of the chicken, what noise does a pig make, what noise does a chicken make, what noise does a sheep make. So I just think things like this are great for babies' learning and babies' development. And then finally, she gave me some flashcards. So again, this was on my list for Christmas. It does say ages 3 to 7, but I do feel like you can definitely use them a lot younger. I know my niece is just over 2 and her language is absolutely amazing. So if you pointed at any of these to her, she would know probably what half of them are. So I do think the younger you start with things like this, the better. So they're just flashcards with obviously like a dog on, apples, fish, also learning about numbers, colours, words, and it's just really good for developing early reading and like number skills and things like that. And then just learning what the actual, I mean, these are more for dogs and letters, more for letters and words, but I will obviously just help him learn what a picture is. So like, for example, that is a dog, there fish, and that's an apple. And then obviously as he gets older, he can learn about the actual words on the flashcards. So next up is something that I don't actually have. I've not physically bought it yet. I've just popped it on a list for him, or like telling family. So there's 2 things that they're very similar, so it'll only be one of these things that I'll get someone to get him. But my little boy is obsessed with balls. So if you have a child that is obsessed with balls, there is a few toys, or in fact there's loads of toys that are great for interaction with balls. And the first one that I've seen is a Little Tikes Ocean Explorers Ball Chase Octopus. So you pop the balls in it and it spins round and lets the balls go everywhere, and they've got to like chase the balls, put them back in. So I thought that looked really, really good, and it's only £15. And I do like Little Tikes toys. As much as I'm not fully into plastic, I do think obviously with some things that they just have to be plastic. Like something like this would not obviously work if it was wood. And then the next one that I've seen is the Tommy Toomey push along ball. So it's like a little thing that they walk with, and they pop the balls in, and as they walk they shoot out. So it has 5 balls, like they have to learn to press the handle to shoot the balls out. So it's all about learning like cause and effect. So what they do is going to cause something else to happen. So if they press the button, it's going to cause the balls to fly out. If they walk with it, like things like that, it's obviously going to move. So I do think that is actually a really good toy. And again, that's a really good price. I think it is $18.99 in the sale, so around £20. So those are 2 things that I'm going to look at, either one, and decide which one I want him to have. The octopus obviously looks better for storing in toy baskets, whereas the other one's obviously quite a large, solid, like walk-in type toy. So for storage wise, I probably would prefer the octopus, but I'm just going to have a look at some reviews and see which is best for us as a family. So next I'm going to ask to get Casper some books, and I think it's really nice to have themed books. So if your child likes a certain book, I think it's really nice to keep buying books within that author or that category or that theme. So my little boy Casper absolutely loves The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It's one of the first books that we read to him, and when we read it to him, he honestly just laughs all the time. He points at all the pictures, and he's always like, oh, like that, like when we're reading it. So I just know that he really, really likes The Hungry Caterpillar. I then bought him this for Halloween, so it's just like a little Halloween themed Hungry Caterpillar book. So what I'm going to pop on his list is The Hungry Caterpillar do a first 100 words lift the flat book. So there's obviously lots of pictures of like objects, animals, food, things like that, and I think it's just like helping children learn what it is, a bit like the flashcards, you know, you point and ask what it is, or you tell them what it is, or you ask them to point out a caterpillar or an orange or a strawberry or a piece of cake, that sort of thing. So I just thought it would be really nice to keep within the Hungry Caterpillar theme. I wanted one of these books for him anyway, and then I just thought, you know what, I saw that they did one in the Hungry Caterpillar theme, and I just thought I'm going to ask someone to get him that, or I will buy it as well. And the Hungry Caterpillar also have like other books as well, like Wild Animal Hide and Seek, which has also got the Hungry Caterpillar in it. I just thought it'd be nice to keep a theme of things with the Hungry Caterpillar in, so I'm just going to try and find a few books with the Hungry Caterpillar in. So theme wise with books, I know Guess How Much I Love You, like she writes quite a few books as well with the hares in. Like my friend's little boy, for example, is obsessed with the That's Not My book. So like That's Not My Teddy Bear, That's Not My Dog, That's Not My Giraffe. The ones that are all like the touchy feely, he really loves those. So obviously that's really nice for her to keep buying those books, or getting people to keep buying him those, and sort of having a collection. So we are sticking with the Hungry Caterpillar theme, and I'm just going to grab a few more books for him from this theme and get them for Christmas. So next up in this toy and Christmas recommendation video is this video's sponsor. So Jakes of London have kindly sponsored this video, and they have sent me a few toys for me to give to my little boy for Christmas, and they are packaged so nice. So Jakes of London have gorgeous like wooden toys, and just a lot of like jigsaws, learning toys. They also do like the wooden veg, the wooden fruit, things like that. They just have a really gorgeous selection of toys, the kind of toys that you would see in like, you would imagine to see in like Santa's workshop. Just some like really gorgeous little toys, not your everyday plastic toys, sort of old-fashioned, and a lot of games and old-fashioned games like chess, checkers, things like that. So I chose a little stacker first. So Casper loves stacking things, he loves pulling things off, putting things back on. So the first toy that I got is this shape stacker. So it's this gorgeous shape stacker. The colours are absolutely stunning, and there's just so many parts to it. So there's obviously the ball at the top, and then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there is 12 shapes to stack on top of each other. So they obviously easily come off. easily stack back on. And I just think it's a great toy for the younger kids to start learning about stacking, taking things off, putting things back together, learning about colours, like how all the colours go in order. So like the blues go together, the greens go together, the yellows go together, and so on, like oranges, reds and pinks. And obviously, as they are in colours, they obviously all go smaller, so it's really obvious which ones go on top of each other. I mean, Casper's age is obviously not going to understand that straight away, but as time goes on, hopefully he will learn which ones can go on top of each other. So this is a really gorgeous little toy, and I'm really excited to give it to him. So I'm going to pack it up and keep it away for Christmas. Just to let you know that Jakes of London have kindly given me a discount code for all of my followers, and it will be linked in the description box below. So next up, there is a play construction bench. So I'm really excited about this toy. I think Casper will absolutely love it, and again, it's just a gorgeous wooden toy. The packaging is absolutely stunning. As you can see, there's some gorgeous ribbon. It comes in a really nice wooden box, and it's tied really nicely on the top. So I'm going to have a look inside and see what we have got in here. It even says who it is hand wrapped by, which I just think is so cute. It literally feels like you are buying a little toy from Santa's workshop, like I said. And then it comes with instructions of how to assemble it together. I'm obviously not going to do that today, but I'm going to give it to my little boy for Christmas Day. But as you can see, that is how the construction bench would look. These are all the parts, and then that shows you how to fit it together, which I think is really nice. So it's not huge, like it's not going to be a huge bench. It's just going to be a nice little toy, a bit like a little table toy, to be honest. I don't really want to pull that out in case... Oh, no, you can see it there. Like, it's just a really cute size, a really good size. The parts aren't too small, so there's nothing really for them to choke on. That obviously isn't huge, but you would always watch them anyway. And I just love like the little, I just love the little screwdriver, the little hammer. Like, I just think the stuff is so cute. And then there's also a little ruler as well, which is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really happy with this little toy. And like I say, they just do some absolutely gorgeous stuff. So I'm just going to tag a few more things on the screen which I really like the look of from Jakes of London, and just let you see what sort of toys they actually do have. So like I say, there will be a discount code for you all in the description box below. So one thing I would massively recommend getting if you have the space is a step and slide. So my little boy had a step and slide for his first birthday, which was 3-4 months ago, and he absolutely loves it. He literally plays on it every single day if I let him. He points at it, he wants to play on it, he tells me when he wants to play on it. You know, he tries to get it down so I can put it together. And I just think that if you have a climber or you have quite an active baby, I think it's a really great investment for your child, and it's something that will last them quite a few years. It's something that can go outside in the garden. It's something that can kind of grow with them, and you know, I think we'll probably have it till he's at least 2 or 3, and then hopefully his siblings can use it anyway. So yes, they can be quite expensive, but it's a really great toy, and honestly it's one of the best purchases that I have ever made for my little boy, as you can see. What are you doing, mister? And lastly, before I end this video, I just wanted to give you a few more ideas, and a few ideas that I've given to other family members. So Casper is currently in 12 to 18 month clothing, and we hardly have anything in 18 to 24 months. So I've asked family and friends to buy him clothing in 18 to 24 months, and I've also told them what sort of time of year it'll be when I think he will be in those clothes, because there is nothing worse than someone buying some clothes at Christmas for the next size up and actually buying like Christmassy clothes or winter clothes when they might wear them in summer. So for example, I have said that I think Casper will be in 18 to 24 months in about March, April time. Unless he has like a really crazy growth spurt, but he is currently in 12 to 18. They are not huge on him, but they are not small on him, so he's just like in that perfect range. I feel like he has got quite a few months left in those clothing, so maybe like March time. So what I've said to people is in 18 to 24 months, like he'll be in them about March, so sort of clothes that we would wear now, like nice jumpers, nice leggings, nice tracksuits, that sort of thing. And I think I'm going to get him myself one of the personalised tracksuits from Zara with their little name on it, because I just think they are gorgeous. They're not overly expensive, but again, I don't think it's something that you would just randomly go and buy unless they were going into the next size up. So I'm going to buy it for him in the next size up, and it's just something nice for him with his name on that we can get him for Christmas. And then another idea is, if you find shoes really expensive for children, as I know they grow out of them so quickly and the feet can change massively, or you know, if you just struggle to afford buying your kids or your babies expensive and good shoes, then I think a good idea is to ask for gift vouchers for shoe shops, for places like Clinks or Clark's or Shoe, or just anywhere that your child can get their feet measured and then have a nice little pair of shoes or a little pair of trainers given to them in there. And I just think it's a great little present idea, because yeah, someone's not necessarily getting them a present, but I think giving them a gift voucher for something that they know you're definitely going to buy, for example a pair of shoes or a pair of trainers, I just think is a really nice idea and a really good present idea as well. So that is it for my 1-year-old present ideas. I really hope that you took something away from this video. I really hope that you got a few tips, and I hope something stood out to you where you thought, yeah, do you know what, I really need to get my little boy that, or I really need to get my little girl that, or I can't wait to have a look on this website. Remember that Jacks of London have the discount code, and it will be in my description box below. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please give the video a good thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video.